I do believe they do believe in themselves so much that they might try it again. Because it was really a steamroll, wasn't it?
Yes.
And again, a lot of turtles and yellow. And we start at the bottom again. And again, it's dots. Yeah, this time they are all at the bottom. You can see Killer Boy going for the standard hunt here. Other than that, he has this kind of backish gold in his sight. Otherwise, he doesn't really see all that much right now. Moving on left, he sees the back hunt quite nicely. GM saved if anyone needs. Yeah, alright. And he already has his starting hand right in his base, so he's pretty much fine on foot. Yeah, he has water buffaloes in the back as well. No problem for him. Just as an eggy, yeah, just found it, the gold. That's what I was preparing to talk about. Looking at J4, he's just now finding the early hunt. Other than that, he's seen very nice hurt right there, so he's fine as well. And he might soon be going into the middle here on this nice patch of boars and grains. Moving on to the purple and AoD team, Amezi Arak is already gathering at his starting hunt as well. And he discovered some cranes way back, but I don't really think he wants to go there. Other than that, he sees this back gold, which is pretty much protected because this water should run all the way to the wall here, so should be protected pretty nicely. But he doesn't really see any other back food, so he might be forced to go pretty aggressive here. Yeah, water buffaloes here in the middle-ish. And first relic, Hippaspist, and so on. Not bad. Moving on a skill. That's a lot Belgian or something, which I do not understand. But anyway, Askill is gathering his water buffaloes, so he'll be pretty much fine with food for the start of the game at least. But otherwise, he doesn't really see anything here, so his position is not so great so far. And last one is Whey Protein, aka Civ Boss. He sees his back gold, nice early
Yes.
hunt, another hurt, and between him and Askill, there's a lot of food, so they shouldn't really be worried. Another relics here. Cheaper walls and gates, that could come in handy to AoDs, they will be the ones under attack most probably, and better hero damage versus myth units. That's nice. Let's continue. Favorite recall, awesome. Yeah, we already saw this. Cheaper armor research costs. Okay, it helps, but not that important for the early game. This could be very important, actually, for Oranosis, if they manage to catch it. Trio up helpful monkeys. Hero speed, that would be great for a Loki, obviously. And this is probably the last one. Yeah, cheaper archers and trolls and centaurs. Nobody's playing Zeus though, so no better centaur raid in here. Just have a look at the TCs. This seems to be the third of Spoeft, which is pretty weird position here. Obviously, will be very vulnerable from water. And strategic position is not really all that great being on the peninsula there. Otherwise, this is third of Killer Boy, this is pretty much fine. And this seems to be the third of J4, and that's not really good. This is another peninsula, pretty much closed off from him, but also from Amezi Arak. So it's not great for him, but not for his enemies either. So it's kind of a neutralish, but looking at how it is his third, it is a problem for DoD. And TCs for AoD are pretty much fine. Haha, Killer Boy asking for food. Yeah, he was looking for an earlier advance. It should be like 440. That's not bad. Through 4 city. And J4, he was just advancing, but yeah, he chose the bad god and decided to go for city as well. And looking at Spoiled, he will be going for standard uh, faster heroic, I would guess. And Civ boss advancing through Prometheus, Askil, almost there. Well, that's pretty quick. That's kinda quickish, but at the same time, As pretty much killed the boy, so not that much different. And Amazarek just now advanced, so we are expecting a lot of early fighting here. Amazarek is already walling, the same as last game. Yeah, he knows what to expect here. And, well, faster infantry build time, that's not really bad at all. Especially considering Loki could catch this, or yeah, for Loki it would be great. Yep, a skill scout in here. And J4 is taking the relic for better trolls. That's nice. That's nice, that's nice. Looking how he's through for city. Otherwise, he's just scouting part right now. And let's look at the Spoeft. Yeah, he's already advancing through Bust. And that's definitely a faster heroic. He'll be like 550. It will be 70ish. Advanced to the heroic, I think. Yep, Askil just found out where the food will is for J4 are. J4 always can go to this backhand, although he will be discovered there, so it's not much of an advantage. But still, if he just builds a wall here, he's pretty much safe to get there. Or he can go right next to his teammate Killboy and get the cranes here, and he will be safe as well. So he doesn't really need to worry. Purple has found his way right into the middle of the starting part of J4's army. And kinda misplayed here. He shouldn't have really taken this battle, and it cost him his straw as well, and a bit of an army. But we can see that Askil and Amazarek are both sending in reinforcements, so right now J4 will have to retreat. Because help is only now coming in, and not in enough numbers really. So this time it's actually AoD taking the battle. Yes, 2 dots, and that's very nice shockwave. And pretty important battle going on here. And it's not like dots are actually winning. And third AoD is actually joining the fight. Yeah, Killer Boy just now saying that it's a triple. And a pretty bad one. But, well, you can see Green is already gathering some army here. Killer Boy is healing up through the healing sprint. And if J4 actually manages to upgrade his towers, he would have a nice position here. So, is he making those? He probably doesn't have enough resources now. He's concentrating on building some units of his own. And Askil tried to steal the healing spring, but not really for long, as he wasn't really being supported by his teammate. But through some concentrated effort, dots were able to repel AoDs, and they have to now retreat and regroup. And, well, this might actually spell their end. You can see the Spoef is already through Neftis, so it's not really all that fast heroic, but it's heroic as it is. Spoef just now going for prosperity, so he wasn't really going for anything extra brutal. And he's actually going for ancestors into the yellow base, because there's no army there, and this should mean problems for Askil because he will be forced to stop gathering resources for a moment at least. And those ancestors might actually take down this TC. He should just reel all of those guys in. Yeah, there's a bit of teal raiding along with 2 TCs, as you can see in the points, but not really all that successfully. And Propel is trying to go back, but he won't really be in time. This TC is going down. Just. Yeah. So, this really paid off pretty well, as Yellow wasn't able to return back in time, and he will have to spend a lot of resources to actually get back TC. Yeah, Teal is trying to raid here. If he just went a bit north, wow, he would hit gold mine. Really? Come on. Come on. Yeah, and you're there. And there we go. One wheelie down. This could be second. Yeah, but won't be because of the difficult pathing between the buildings. And this is pretty much over, and something interesting is going on here. Yeah, Killer Boy is attacking Teal with quite a decent army, and Askil has actually decided to go away, which means that Blue should be having pretty decent time of actually doing some damage to Protein. But not for long, as Protein has rescued some army. And he will protect these villies at least a bit, although it will cost him quite some units there, it seems. Otherwise, J4 is trying to attack Amezi Arak through some quite nice army there, but he doesn't really have enough. But he has taken a relic here, which is a better tower range attack and melee attack, so he probably just wants that his enemies don't have it, which is just as well, because that would make their siege attempts that much more difficult. Teal has some stray units here, nothing Dot should worry about really. What's this blue here? Yeah, they just left giving his piggies to Killer Boy, who was having a hard time there on the foot, yep. And wow, now that's a nice battle between J4 and Amezirak with a few guys from Killer Boy. And this was pretty decisively win for Dot. Capping his dude. Yeah, he pretty much is. He lost pretty much all his army. And right now it seems like Dots will concentrate, at least Killer Boy and J4 that is, on the yellow. While on the bottom, Spoeft is doing classical priest spam. So that's a very difficult strategy to actually counter Azor Oranos, obviously. And he might be able to handle Protein pretty much fine. No upgrades. Priests, yeah, they have an upgrade on Beast Armor and those other 4 priests to make them even more powerful. And let's look at the top, where, yes, Killer Boy is trying to go through this base, but Amezi Arak is doing a decent job with Askil to actually protecting the yellow teammate. But you can see that J4 is not going anywhere, and he's preparing to take this TC. Although, Killer Boy should really come back to protect this, otherwise J4 is gonna lose everything here. Yep, and he's back in time, and the TC will come up. Blue is fighting both here and on the left. As you can see, Spoeft is successfully going into the middle here. And, well, Killer Boy is really something that should tip the scales definitely in DoD's favor here. As if it wasn't going in their favor in the first place, but still. Whey protein just advanced through Thea, but I'm afraid it's not really going to help him all that much. Birdies are not going to be effective, or Dryads, against this mass of priests. And these siege towers, yeah, they'll just eat through everything. Let's take a look back on the north front, where J4 has finished his TC, and he is already having some upgrades onto medium cavalry. Whereas yellow doesn't have anything yet, and purple as well. Right now you can see that AoD's army is pretty much dead, and right now it's just a highway from J4's forward base right to this TC to take it down again. Looking back, wow, now we can see 5 siege towers and a lot of priests covering them, 6th siege tower. Okay, I don't really see a way for AoDs to come out of this alive. Yep, DC down. He should probably just first go for the houses, and it doesn't really matter, as the game is already decided, and DoD take this match against AoD 2-0 through some very nice early Russian efforts, and they outplayed AoD pretty convincingly. Some nice early attempts from AoD to raid on J4 and other members of DoD's team, but really, DoD knew what they were doing, they took their time and played very well. Let's check the post-game again, and this time it was Spoev, the man of the match, again the Negi. And otherwise, you can see that Civ Boss was playing really well. Nice foot and wood. Not bad, not bad. And very nice military count, best of all of them. He was having a nice game.
Yes.
But unfortunately for him, dots were better there. Yeah, those researches, they really count. Oh, that was a nasty fall right there for purple. That was military units. Yeah, he just lost pretty much everything there. That was the big fight where J4 was saying that Amezi is dude. That's it. And yeah, that's a decided moment in the game right there. And you can see Teal following right soon after. And it just costs you the games. Very nicely played. Good games.